Hello, everyone. I am Ryan Clifton Bowling. Thank you for joining me. I am thoroughly convinced that the radical left are masters of mind manipulation. They love to use words and phrases and terms to incite emotions in the focused demographic group that they're trying to persuade and convince. Forget about factual data. Forget about history. Just use certain phrases and terminology to get them to react, and you got them. Case in point, the far left news site known as Huffington Post, I believe, made a statement about Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito. I believe that's his last name. I hope I'm not butchering his last name. Where he made a statement in reference to Roe v. Wade being turned over. Accordingly, he made a statement that stated that abortion have taken the lives of more blacks in this country than any other ethnic group. So the editor or the writer of this article in Huffington Post made the response of that's racist and a part of white supremacy to say that abortion has been a form used to basically destroy the black race. That's a form of racism and it's a form of white supremacy. It's crazy because when black people hear this or they bother to read this posting, okay, the first thing that's going to come to black people's minds is going to be racism and slavery. Now, I'm not talking about all black people. I'm talking about certain portions or demographics within the black population that think this way. They're always reminded about white supremacy and slavery. That's always before them. So therefore, these editors, these far left editors in the Huffington Post know exactly what they're doing. They're using mind manipulation. They're using terminology and phrases to incite emotions in the hearers. But let's get into this article. I'm going to get into this a little later because we're going to deal with the facts. So let's get into this. This is an article from Breitbart News, of course, one of my favorite conservative online media sites. HuffPost states, HuffPost, that's what it is. I apologize. I said Huffington Post. HuffPost says, it's racist for Alito to say abortion kills more black babies. HuffPost, the left-wing news website, published an article claiming that it was, quote, racist for Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito to note the view that abortion is aimed at suppressing the black population in his draft opinion overturning Roe v. Wade. The leaked draft, which was published by Politico last week, reportedly represents a 5-4 majority in the case of Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization concerning a Mississippi law restricting abortion after 15 weeks of pregnancy. In a footnote on page 30 of the draft opinion, Alito refers to some amicus curiae, friend of the court, in parentheses. I don't know. I hope I'm not butchering this phrase here. Briefs by pro-life groups that asserts that there is a racist history to the pro-choice movement, which has its roots in the eugenics movement. Alito notes, other amicus briefs present, and this is his quotes, Supreme Court Justice Alito's quotes, other amicus briefs present arguments about the motives of proponents of liberal access to abortion. They note that some such supporters have been motivated by a desire to suppress the size of the African American population, and it is beyond dispute that Roe has had that demographic effect. A highly disproportionate percentage of aborted fetuses are black. End quote. The May 5th HuffPost article these views as if they were Alito's own, but he is citing amicus briefs, not stating his own opinion. Now let me say something right off the front. What he quoted was absolute fact. It's not only is he quoting, the Supreme Court Justice is quoting something that he read, but he's quoting actual facts. See, this is what the left don't want you to know. I did a video on this some months ago. Margaret Sanger's the founder of Planned Parenthood and a proponent of the eugenics movement, who believed that certain races were inferior and certain races, i.e. the white race, was superior, and that the inferior races needed to be eradicated, the black race, one of them being one of the ones she wanted to eradicate. One of her main purposes in creating abortion was to basically destroy and decrease the black population, because she believed that the black population were like weeds that were choking up all the good. She actually says that in a quote from her book, Pivot of Civilization. So what she did was she placed most of the abortion clinics, Planned Parenthood abortion clinics, in minority and black neighborhoods. And ever since 1973 until the present, abortion has killed more black people than black on black homicide rates, cancer, heart disease, and all these other ailments combined. According to one source, states that the black population has been decreased by 25% since 1973, when Roe v. Wade was legalized all over the states. So this statement that he makes is not his opinion, and it's not white supremacy or none of that. It is fact. Now let me say something here. Let me flip that around. The editor of Huffington Post said that HuffPost says this is white supremacy. Let me read what they said here. Alito's supposed view, HuffPost says, is racist because it assumes black people have no agency in abortion decisions. And this is what they say. The idea that abortion is a secret tool for black genocide has been pushed by anti-abortion activists and conservatives for years. Latching onto the statistic that the abortion rate for black people is higher than any other racial group, which it is, that's a fact. Activists have peddled the idea that pro-choice and reproductive rights are all part of a secret plot to reduce the black population. End quote. Here's the problem with that. Clearly, this person doesn't know history, because had they read the documentation and had they read the document of Margaret Sanger, they know that this is true. I literally read the document months ago in a video that I made, and literally read that document online. And in that document, she states, and I'm paraphrasing her words, that she would go to different black churches and talk to the pastors to convince them to support abortion. When in reality, she was trying, but do it in such a way so they didn't know or think that this was designed to destroy the black population, even though it was designed to destroy the black population. So clearly these people, the editor of HuffPost, don't know what they're talking about. They don't know history. It was designed to do that, and it has been effective. It's a false thing to say, and it's grounded in racism and white supremacy, said Marcella Howard, the president and CEO of In Our Own Voice, a reproductive rights organization focused on black people. The argument suggests, Howard explained, that black people, quote, have no agency over our lives. We fell victim to Planned Parenthood and other people telling us to abort our children and commit genocide. They did. Blacks collectively fell for it. They did. They did fall for it. In this instance, they didn't have their own voice. They had, let me put it like this. Blacks collectively and individually had their own voice, but they didn't use their own voice. It is what it is. It's factual. That's why I do what I do. That's why a lot of black conservatives talk about the stuff they talk about, to reveal these things to these groups of black people so they'll know to stop voting for progressive Democrats that support this kind of stuff. Let's go on. HuffPost admits, however, that a plurality of abortions are performed on black women. Oh, isn't that interesting? They contradict their own terms. And a disproportionate number of abortions are performed on black women, roughly 3 times their share of the overall population of American women. That's the end of that right there. But let me tell you this right up front. You can read the rest of it on your own. Claim that that's white supremacy and that the Supreme Court Justice is being racist by saying this, you're being racist. But how is stating factual data being racist? How is stating factual history being racist? And let me say this, and I'm going to reiterate that it is racist. And I'm going to flip that on its head. It is racist. But it's racist on the other side. Margaret Sanger was a rabid racist who wanted to destroy the black population. And she has effectively done so. She's dead and gone. But she has effectively done so through the Progressive Democratic Party that promotes and finances this genocide. So yeah, you're right. It is racist. On the flip side, it's not racist to reveal the facts of history, but it is racist on the flip side, the liberal progressive flip side that supported the eugenics movement. So you're right about that. You're right about that. Man, but as I said in the closing of this video, the progressive Democrats and the liberals are masters of mind manipulation. They know that using terms such as white supremacy and racist among certain demographics of the black population will get them to respond in anger and raise their fists up at white people in general, because these white people are racist and the Republicans are racist and conservatives are racist and black conservatives are nothing but a bunch of coons and bootleggers. Mind control. When are people going to wake the heck up? Specifically, this session or this portion of black people. When are they going to wake up? When are you going to wake up, man, and smell the coffee? Think about it. I just wanted to say that. What do you guys think about this article I just read? What do you think about the Supreme Court Justice giving this information? Leave your comments in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button. Share this video, subscribe. God bless you all, and see you again.